Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me today is Shelby the Panther Paris, making her return to LFC for 3 nights of LFC Sturgis. Shelby, it's a pleasure and a privilege as always. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I cannot complain. First and foremost, I am looking forward to see you coming home to Sturgis. How are you feeling? It's 3 exciting nights for LFC, the 12th, 13th, and 14th of August. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm excited.
I think it's one of those things where I look at it from a stance from yourself. You made a hell of a debut against Jolene the Valkyrie Hex at LFC 31. Now you're going into Sturgis. You have 2 amazing bouts coming up with Brooke the Guillotine Gilley making her return to LFC and the newcomer Jezabel Romo. How you feeling? We'll talk about Brooke first because, again, 2 homecoming girls going back to Sturgis. How you feeling about Brooke?
I'm feeling pretty confident. I'm sure it'll be a very good match.
Look at it from a stance with the 2 of you. I mean, you have Brooke the Guillotine Gilley 1-0, defeating Susie Stiletto Quinn at the last LFC event in Sturgis. And here you are. There's a little flip the script here. There's 1-0 against 0-1. So I know you're looking to come in and make that win for LFC the first night on the 12th going against Brooke. And I got to say, you got to watch out for that guillotine.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. But I think I got it.
I look at it from a stance too, and this is what I love about you, Shell, because you're going in there, the Panther, you live up to the name, and it's one of those things where from anybody could take away what we saw in the semi-main with Jolene the Valkyrie Hex. Here you are going against Brooke, both looking to make their marks, and I got to say, I think you two will gel very nicely. I know Brooke is ready to come at you full throttle.
Oh, I'm sure she is. I mean, she can bring it on.
Oh, and now we go into the bout with Jezabel, and I have to ask you about Jezabel, because you've done some work with her for Lucha Girls, an amazing promotion that Jezabel Romo does. And, you know, she's behind Santino Brothers Academy out in California. Talk about going there with Jezabel. You've worked with her at Lucha Girls. Now we're taking that bout into the LFC forefront. How you feeling going in there against Jezabel, a veteran in her own right?
Oh, that one's going to be tough. She's got some, because I'm not used to like the wrestling aspect. I know she's got some moves up her sleeve that I'm not going to expect. So I got to be prepared for that.
I look at it from a stance, too, with someone like Jezabel, who's been in the biz for over 20 years. I mean, veteran status, from being a valet to being a professional wrestler, now has this amazing school where we've seen a lot of pro wrestlers go on to WWE and many various promotions. It's one of those things like you've learned a lot from your time with Lucha Girls there, but now you get to really exude that onto the LFC front. And she's been, again, beautiful woman is Jezabel Romo, really looking to make her mark in LFC against you and her debut. So I got to say, you got hell of opponents coming for your first 2 nights.
I know. It shall be exciting.
Absolutely. And I look at it from a stance too. Now, we've done it 2 nights before with LFC, from LFC 28 and LFC 29. That's 2 nights in a row for LFC. I got to ask you, 3 nights in a row, how are you preparing? Because, again, 3 nights of amazing action, but it's grueling on one's body.
Lots of cardio. You know, I gotta have that stamina.
True that. I mean, I look at it from a stance too. Like, what I love about you as well is like going into your first bout with Jolene that we saw at the last LFC event. You have been like, that's another thing I'll mention. I'll give you much love and respect. The fitness side of things, man. You've been in there, the cardio wise, the vascular wise.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you've been putting in the work, Shelby.
Oh yeah, I've been trying.
I look at it from a stance too, though. That's what I love about it too, because we have a lot of girls coming in. Mai Richards, who was the Sturgis Buffalo Chip model, will be making her debut against Jezabel night 1. It's like the 2 of you, from her with her running and her conditioning as well, and then who you are. I mean, it's hard in the paint, Shelby. That's the best way I can describe it with you, hard in the paint.
Oh yeah. Well, Panthers are very stealthy, so I have tricks up my sleeve too.
Well, I mean, this is our pop culture side will come in because we're both 90s babies. I'm going to put it out there. You're like so weird, that Panther that would always guard Annie, who was Alex Johnson's character on that show. You're like Annie, you're like that guardian, but you're fierce at the same time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And I mean, I look at it from a stance too as well. Like, Sturgis is always an amazing event. We got music, we got LFC, we got food, we got plenty of an experience for the next 3 nights there. But I got to ask you, being a Sturgis girl, going there for so many times, so many moments, so many memories that are being created. What are some of your favorite moments from just being at that event, Sturgis? I mean, the motorcycles, the entrances, the grandiose entrances, motorcycles, Shelby. How you feeling just about the experience? What's some of your favorite parts about Sturgis?
So my birthday is August 9th. So the rally always lands on my birthday. So I really didn't get to have the full experience of it until I turned 18. So the second I turned 18, I snuck into a concert, but the Disturbed concert, and so I had fun with that. Otherwise, I worked Sturgis so much where I didn't really get to see a whole lot of exciting things. I mean, I saw quite a few, but not where you're like, "Oh my God, I'm never gonna forget this." I just worked my butt off.
I got to say, first and foremost, you talk about sneak into a concert. What a concert to sneak into, Disturbed. Hey,
Yep,
man.
with Def Leppard.
Okay, so you wanted to have some sugar poured on you, get down with the sickness.
Yep,
I like your style. Okay.
yep,
If there's any groups to sneak in on a concert, it's Def Leppard and Disturbed. What a combo. What a
yep.
combo.
Yeah, it was on I believe it was on August 8th, so it was like a day before my birthday, or maybe it was right after my birthday. I don't remember. But it was a good birthday present.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. When you have that mix, and that's what's great about Sturgis, there's a lot of rock bands. I believe Buck Cherry will be in the house that weekend. I
Yes.
mean, it's okay. You have LFC. Look at it from a fan's perspective. You have beautiful women, LFC, Lingerie Fighting Championship, kicking butt, grandiose entrances on a motorcycle. Then you got some Buck Cherry after that. That pun intended. That's the cherry on top. Is what
It
that
is.
is. Mr.
Oh yeah.
Harris.
I mean, I glanced at the rock bands that are there, but I am pretty excited by who's all there just cuz, there's a lot of people.
And it's funny too, because like we're talking about Def Leppard, one of my favorite concert experiences, and we'll talk about everything that's coming out now in music and pop culture. But I look at it from a stance too, like you talk about Def Leppard and that mix we mentioned with Disturbed, but my favorite probably has to be. So I saw Sammy Hagar and Aerosmith. So you got Sammy Hagar performing, I Could Ride 55, and then you got Aerosmith coming out there killing it with Walk This Way and
Yep.
everything that Aerosmith does. Like again, amazing mix. And that was probably the first time that I ever saw a woman just pull her top down for Sammy Hagar and his almost 70-year-old butt just running up to the stage, getting her some Sammy Hagar. So I mean, it's a hell of an
Oh yeah.
experience, a rock concert.
I can believe that. I mean, I remember seeing. Oh, what was I doing? I was with my dad and my godfather, and I remember seeing a guy walking around. Sorry, you said bare butt cheek, so it reminded me of this. I remember a guy walking around with just his leather chaps, nothing else on. I was like, oh, all right, that works. And I mean, I remember my dad driving down the middle of Sturgis, and I got to give those biker ladies credit. They have a lot of confidence where they'll just flash their titties anywhere. Like, oh, there they are.
I got to say, I did actually have that experience once here in Myrtle Beach. Not concert related, but man, when you're coming down here for the summertime and having a good time, sometimes you got to push those babies up. And I got to say that was a show in its own right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Hey,
Sturgis and Myrtle Beach.
true that. True that. Man, it's funny too because like I mentioned the Sammy Hagar stuff, but when it comes to like concerts in general, like what we have going on, and I'll say this: vaccinations help a lot of people. We're into some sense of normalcy, so concerts are coming back, events are coming back. How exciting is that for you, just in general, to get some sense of normalcy back into the world?
I mean, it's good. I mean, it's kind of normal though too. I'm used to not going out that much, so now that people want to go out more, I'm like, what is this? I've always been home.
That's very true. And I look at it from someone, I'll speak for myself. I'm a homebody in my own right. So it didn't affect me as much, but I'm like, you know what? It's nice to go out. Like you start to appreciate like the little things, like just going out to get ice cream, getting a nice
Yep.
drive out there. So it's good. You know what I'm saying? It has its moments. It has its
Oh
up.
yeah.
Now, I have to ask you as well because we're also talking about concerts. I have to say one of my favorite concerts because I mentioned the I mentioned Sammy Hagar and Aerosmith. I remember going to Summer Jam and Winter Jams, which was very big on Long Island. And we're talking about this because it is August, which I'll say early happy birthday to you, ma'am. August 9th. Happy birthday early. So I have to say, what you're welcome. So one of my favorite things is always was the Summer Jam and the Winter Jam. Like Summer Jam, like getting to see Shaggy live and people like that from. I mean, we've had Britney Spears,
Oh,
Noah
you saw
Authority.
Shaggy live?
He was at that Summer Jam in 2002. This is when It Wasn't Me was big and all those songs.
Oh wow.
I mean, it's cool too in a way because I look at it from a stance too, like Jones Beach, any concert when you're outdoors and you have the water right there. It's the ambiance too. It's like you cannot beat that.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And yeah, thank you, by the way, for the early birthday.
Oh, you're very welcome. Please, I look at it from a stance too. Like, what better way to have your birthday and spend it in Sturgis? Now, I will say this: we'll come back to some more pop culture there, but I got to ask you there, Miss Shelby Paris. You're coming out on motorcycles, grandiose entrance. What makes that LFC mark? What makes that LFC fight? What makes that bout in general? You got the entrance, man, coming out on some motorcycles. How excited are you? You get that grandiose entrance right in front of the hometown crowd.
So it's gonna be entertaining because I'm nervous around bikes, just being around them for so long. So I'm like, oh, this shall be interesting, but it'll be fun.
Well, I mean, let me just say this from the imagery standpoint. When you have beautiful women coming out on motorcycles or whatever imagery you got there, it's a lasting impression for a lot of
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Oh yeah, I mean, who can say no to beautiful chicks on bikes?
You can't. Yeah, I mean, you can't. How can you not?
No, you can't.
Now I have to ask you, and I love asking this question. Like, we gotta don't spoil it, but a little preview. What can we expect from the lingerie side of things? Because you were styling and profiling in your blue, man. I saw in your blue and your semi-main at the last one. So what
I
can we
even
expect?
had little kitty pasties.
What?
Yeah, they probably didn't catch it on camera, but yeah, I had little kitty pasties. Maybe I'll wear them again. Um, I haven't fully decided what I'm gonna wear. Maybe I'll wear leather, maybe I'll wear some lace, maybe a mixture of both, who knows?
Okay, now you see that that actually has me intrigued. The leather and lace. I think we saw that with Vita at the last LFC. She had a little goth type of thing, which was very cool. So I mean, it works. It fits.
Yep, yep. Well, especially with rally, I mean, you kind of can't go wrong with leather, but you know what? Sometimes I like to be different. You never know.
This is true. I mean, the last time we were there at Sturgis, I mean, you had Tommy go for LFC 29 with your God Bless America, and she was dressing like Wonder Woman and looking as only as she can look. So, I mean, hey, you could be a superhero, you could wear some leather and lace. Either way, there's a mixture, there's an accoutrement and uniqueness for all
Yep,
the fans to see.
exactly, exactly.
Now, I will say this as well, because we're talking about some imagery right now. I have seen some of your latest photo shoots, Miss Shelby Paris, looking good as only as you can look. Got to give you credit. I just saw those latest photos that came out.
Oh yeah, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I just got those back. I was like, oh, I gotta post these because they're just so eye-catching.
They are. And I mean, like we've talked about this before, whether it be your line of work in the adult industry with LFC, it's one of those things where you always make an impact. And that's what a lot of people can gravitate towards you, Miss
Yep,
Shelby Paris. So you're doing your thing. You're welcome.
yep.
Now, I actually did think of you as well because I got to get the pop culture mentioned here. Like last month for Pride Month, we had Backsync, we had AJ McLean, we had Nick Carter, we had Lance Bass, we had Joey Fatone doing their thing. How awesome is that? They're performing I Want It That Way for Pride Month. And I got to say right now, if it's a tour, I'm going. You got to give me some Backsync. If they were to do a tour, hell yes.
Oh yeah, I would. I mean, I just think I saw the Backstreet Boys like 5 years ago. So if they are playing again, I'll do it. I'll go. Same with NSYNC. Even though I like Backstreet Boys more, I'll still go to an NSYNC concert.
Ah, okay. So you see, I was going to ask you about that because when it comes to Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, there was always that budding rivalry. So you would be Team BSB.
Yeah, all the way, all the way.
Okay.
I've always been Team BSB. I mean, with NSYNC, it was kind of hard. They had some good songs, but yeah, I'm Team BSB all the way.
I look at it from a stance too. Like for me, well, that was actually the first one that I remember the Backstreet Boys because when the Backstreet Boys came out, and I'll say this right now, and I'll make ourselves feel old. My first album of theirs was the cassette version of the original Backstreet Boys self-titled album. Then I got it on CD. So my first cassette was the Backstreet Boys, and of course you had bangers off that first album. You had "I'll Break
Yeah,
It Never
I'm
Apart."
I'm pretty sure my first one was Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears.
Okay, you see now you're speaking my language because no, because I was right there. You're in that vicinity with "Baby One More Time," and that was big. And "You
Yep.
Drive Me Crazy" with Melissa Joan Hart. Like you can't beat that. And I look at it from a stance too. Like we were talking about this. Like it's amazing just what 22 years later that stuff holds up, and especially now with Free Britney, which everything that Britney's gone through, I'm so happy to see her finally get some sort of what she's going through. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I've seen bits and pieces, but I haven't really like heard a lot. I just know that her dad had control of a lot of her life, basically.
You see, that's the thing. I mean, we love what we get to see. We grow up with this stuff. We love listening to music and overall art forms, but it's one of those things. It's like, man, the life of a celebrity and everything that they have to deal with, because we've seen cases like this before, and it's unfortunate.
It's true. It is true.
And I think it really applies to like any field. And I think that's what's the great thing about life is like we have our goods, we have our bads, we have our positive and negatives. But what we can overcome those negatives, it's a beautiful thing.
Yep, that's true.
I look at it from a stance too as well. What's very cool about the LFC front, going back to LFC for a second, they're going on Roku. We have all this stuff coming up. We have the LFC madness, future LFC prospects fighting to get a spot with LFC and everything that's going on that front. It's really an exciting time to be an LFC fan, just to see a lot of these amazing girls come in.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for T Bella. I
Mm-hmm.
believe that's how her stage name is. Because I've known her for I think 3 years, maybe a little bit longer. So I'm excited to see that she joined.
See, that's the amazing thing about her. She was just on the show. She's one of those ones. She's ready to go after Jolene. She's ready to go
Oh
after
yeah.
anybody. And I'm going to say this right now. I think you two would absolutely kill it and
Oh
about.
yeah. Oh yeah. She's a beast, literally.
And that's the thing too. But I think that's what's great about you two is because you're a beast in your own right. And again, I'm going to say this right now. You like to scrap. And if that's any measure of what we saw against Jolene, you're ready to scrap, man. So, I mean,
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's why I got nails. It's a cat fight.
hey, man, I look at it from a stance too. If we've seen a professional wrestling where you do the old nail rake on the back, why can't you just incorporate that in LFC, right? Huh?
Hey, you are right. You are right. Maybe you'll see that. Maybe that'll be my trademark is the nail scratch.
Right. Yeah, the nail scratch, the nail rake. Hey, okay, if Agatha Cannibal Carter is known for her bite, you could be known for the nails. You can switch up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I also look at it from a stance too. That's actually one of the bouts that have just been announced. It's Agatha Cannibal Carter and Bella Inc. in a rubber match. I got to say, Bella Inc., who came back at last year's Sturgis right after giving birth, and here she is the year later looking as fabulous as ever. I cannot wait to see those two go at it. I think everything that we've announced so far, from Jezabel to Mai, to your bout with Brooke and Jezabel, to what we have with Bella and Agatha, and of course Jolene and Hyde, the Lotus May, we're already stacked, and it's not even August yet.
I know. I know. I can't wait. I literally cannot wait to see how all the fights are gonna go.
And I got to say, for you, like starting in LFC 31, and I was very happy to see you there because let me tell you something, man. If you've had so many transitions and from spot to spot to spot, you go from Evolved with the lovely Ariel X, you go from Lucha Girls to LFC, you're hitting all those big marks. And I think in such a short time, that's very cool to see.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah. It's been a wild ride to say the least, but it's been a good wild ride. It's been exciting.
Now, knowing you, and I'm going to say this because this is our warped sense of humor, my friend, you do enjoy the wild rides. I mean,
Yes. Oh yeah.
I got to
Pun
do it.
intended.
Pun intended, yes, but not a bad thing though, because again, so Miss Shelby Paris, I will say this to you as well. Now we do, besides having Sturgis and the amazing events we have coming, and I mentioned the Roku channel with LFC. What's very cool about LFC is we get to see a lot of fan interaction. We get to see a lot of great people that are associated with LFC. Now I did see the latest drawing from the one and only Mr. Tommy Bell. He is killing it on the drawing and the art side of things, man. He is going to do a hell of a piece, and I can't wait to see the finished product because you were in that piece, Miss Shelby Paris.
I know I saw that. I'm really excited to see how it looks.
I look at it from a
I
stance too, like
just saw it on Instagram and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
I look at it from a stance too, like if there's anything you want to do, whatever combative nature, you know you've made it if you have a drawing of yourself, you're in a video game or what have you, or an action figure, like you know you made it if you have that type of, fandom and artwork done of you. I think that's very cool for a lot of the girls. So yeah, that's
Be
one of
in a video game.
hey, I mean I look at it from a stance too, like that's what every athlete dreams. If you're not in a video game, a magazine, an action figure, or a drawing, like that's nowhere you're at top status right there.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll get to both. I'll be in a video game and I'll be an action figure. You just wait.
That's one of the things, though, too. If LFC needed anything, and I've said this on this show, how can you not want to play a video game with beautiful women in lingerie and just overall the aspect? I mean,
Exactly.
if we could see UFC and Ronda Rousey in a video game, come on now, get some LFC up in there.
Exactly. Exactly. And my mascot would be a panther.
Fair enough.
We'll make sure that it's pink.
Wisdom right there with your Pink Panther. Okay, now I'm going to put you on the spot. I have seen both of the Pink Panther movies with Steve Martin. First one or second one? Now, have you seen are you more of the show or are you more of the films? Because I remember seeing the films. I came out like the mid 2000s with Steve Martin. It was like around that time period when,
Yeah.
do you recall or no?
I saw the first one. I don't remember if I've seen the second one, but it's been so long. I don't remember what they're about. I honestly, I don't remember.
The only thing I remember is Steve Martin going humbugga. That was the only thing I
Yeah.
remember.
I remember. Yeah, I remember that, and I just remember the Pink Panther, like in a cartoon-ish look, like
Yes.
sneaking by. That's the only thing I remember.
It's kind of like how they kind of cartooned the Inspector Gadget movie from
Yes.
1999. Yes.
Yeah.
See, that was my thing. And I'll say this right now. Growing up in the 90s, as both of you and I have done, I remember watching Inspector Gadget on Nickelodeon, and I loved the cartoon. But once we got to the movie, meh, you know what I'm saying? The movie wasn't as good, but I got to say, the cartoon always has a stance.
I did not see the cartoon, but I saw the movie and I loved the movie.
What? Okay, so you role reversing on me. All right. So the cartoon was like in the 90s, like came out, but they did reruns on Nickelodeon. So then the movie came out in 99. That was with Matthew Broderick and Rupert Everett and a young Michelle Trachtenberg
Yeah.
before she was in Eurotrip. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah. And then they did the second one, which totally, do you even recall the second one of Inspector Gadget?
I believe so. I don't remember. It's been a while.
Okay, so that was with French Stewart and somebody else, and it was nothing like the first one. Nothing like the first one. So if you had to pick up the two, the first one was way better than Inspector Gadget 2.
Yeah, yeah. I don't remember. You know what? I'm gonna have to go and watch them. I wonder if they're on Disney Plus. I bet you
Okay,
they are.
I bet that they are too. Well, that's the thing too. Like, do you actually remember the controversy around the first Inspector Gadget? Do you actually remember that? Okay, so Youngstown, who was a brief boy band in the '90s, they had that song "I'll Be Your Everything." So one of the lyrics is, "You, we could do it automatic. I'll just call out Go Go Gadget, because Go Go Gadget, right?"
Oh
So
yeah,
the
yeah.
so the original song, the line is, "We can do it automatic. I can freak you with my gadget." Now, hey, freak you with the gadget. So you had to switch it up because you're in a Disney movie.
Yeah, but you know what? Disney is full of so many controversial moments where it's like you should have expected it.
Well,
It's Disney.
this is true, but you also look at it from a stance too. Like when High School Musical was starting to be big, and friggin' Vanessa Hudgens had those nude photos out that everybody lost their mind over. So I mean, we've seen that before with controversy.
That is true. Or Janet Jackson and her nip just flashing.
Gonna have you naked by the end of this song. Boom,
Yep.
literally and figuratively speaking. Yes. Oh, like I said, that's the times. That's the times right there, Miss Shelby Paris. That's the times. Well, this is your fault as well, Miss. I'm gonna do my Instagram live, and what do I see in the video? You with your boom, 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 and your Venga Boys, ma'am. It's the Venga Boys
Oh
24.
yeah, I forgot I played that. Yeah.
Oh, so I go on Instagram. The first thing I see is your video. It's just the beautiful photo, and then here you got Venga Boys in the background to the photo, man. You and your
Yep.
Venga.
Yep. Oh yeah. I had to. I had to. I think I played it for a photo shoot, and that's why I was like, hey, I gotta play this now.
That's the thing too. I think you are big into the Europop, and again, 22 years later, but it's still the shit. Like you cannot go wrong with some Venga Boys.
Nope. I love my Europop. It's just it goes with my bubbly personality.
Okay, and you see that's an amazing bubbling personality, but I've seen you fight. The bubbliness goes out the window, ma'am. The
Yeah,
bubbly.
yeah, you could see it in my face just instantly change.
So it's the instance of like a smile, and then it's like the transformation goes, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I think I shared like a little like 5-second clip of me doing a little boxing fight thing, and I went and knocked the girl out. You could see me smiling at her, and then all of a sudden a straight face.
See, that's great marketing right there because, again, it's the vibrancy and then it's the killer. You got that killer instinct about it. I mean, we talk about the name Panther, pun intended, but god dang, man, you're ready to ruin a woman's world. It's like Mortal Kombat. It's like Street Fighter, Hadouken. That's what you are. You're Hadouken.
Hey, if I'm a part of a Mortal Kombat, that I'm perfectly happy with that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So you would want to be like the final boss in a video game. It's like Mike Tyson's Punch Out. Everybody you just go through, and then once you get the mic, boom, it's over.
Basically.
See, I can respect that. I can respect that. And I can respect your Europop. So I'm going to ask you now, because we both enjoy our Venga Boys. Besides Europop with Venga Boys, is it like, do you also get like your Eiffel 65s, Blew Up a Dia Badai? Are we talking about Aqua? What are we talking about Europop? Okay, so you're shaking your head, yes.
Both. I love Aqua, and okay, the only Eiffel song I think is the I'm Blue, and I maybe like one of their other songs, but I don't remember the name.
Okay, you see, I don't even remember that they had another song. I just remember Blue because it's so infetched in our brains. And the music video where they're fighting with the Martians in space, freaking on the planet. You remember that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. That's the thing too, though. I mean, like the Europop scene and what we had and what we have now, like it's so funny because like the music that's out now, I think we've touched upon this as well, but reiterate that point. Like there's certain ones I like, but it's very like minuscule. You know what I'm saying? Because everything's so on YouTube right now. Like the music video portion of debuting is gone. So it's like, you know, it has its moments, but like what we had back in the day, oof.
Yeah, it was definitely different. I mean, I still like it. There are some foreign songs that I like, and I don't remember the names, but they're so catchy. Um, Man, I don't remember, but they used to play like on the radio all the time.
Okay, now I will say this with as far as foreign, and we'll take it to like now. Like I could listen to some K-pop or J-pop because it's very bubbly and it's very vibrant. And baby metal is not bad from the like the K-metal side of things, and they're good. And they also have their vibrancy. It's like metal mixed with pop, and it's good. But it's one of those things where I look at it from a stance like you got to appreciate the foreign side of things because they kill it. Whether it's Europop or the genres we have now, it's good. It's good.
Yeah, man, yeah, I've been thinking about this song for a while, so I'm gonna end up finding it and be like, this is the song I was talking about.
Okay, if you find it, send it to me because we'll see. I'll see if I know it as well. So absolutely.
Yeah. I can't remember it for the life of me. I'm like, I know this song. I'll think of it
Well,
eventually.
that's all good. I've had those moments too where I've had to think of it. I mean, I also look at it from a stance too. Like we've talked about Aaron Carter on this show. He got mollywopped by Lamar Odom on Celebrity Boxing, and I laughed my butt off. He got mollywopped. You know what I'm saying? He quit in the second round. Aaron Carter, it wasn't his party, but he got it, if I could put it bluntly like that.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, yeah. Aaron Carter started a lot of controversy though too,
Well, when you're
if you remember.
yes, and that's the thing too. Like, what also got me is like you're with your girl, and there's been so many times that he said like she's pregnant and stuff like that. Out of all the things to lie about, you could tell. You could say what you want, but when he was lying about pregnancy, you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It's just to get
No.
attention. It's like, come on, man.
No. Yeah, I completely agree with that.
And how crazy is that? That he's a few years older than we are, and it's just like we grew up with you, man. We remember when you were Aaron's party and Bounce and all this stuff, and I Want Candy, and you were with Lizzie McGuire and Hillary Duff on the Christmas
Yep.
episode, man.
Yep. Yeah. I remember all of that.
Kissing Hillary Duff under the damn mistletoe. Hell yeah, man. Oh, but no, and it's one of those things where it's sad to see, but you can't help but not turn away. It's like a car
Yeah.
crash, if that makes sense.
Yeah, basically. Basically, that's how it was.
It was, and man, like you got me talking about like Disney Plus and stuff now. Like I actually have to see now if Inspector Gadget is on Disney Plus, which I'm sure it is, like we mentioned. But, like there's a lot of stuff that they do have to add to that Disney Plus that's not there. They
Yeah,
really
no.
do.
There's so much.
What's still funny and what always gets me to this day about Disney and just the overall front about that is like how amazing is it just to know like everybody still wants to see the Disney Channel in concerts. Like there's been petitions for that out of the wazoo, and it's like God dang, man, you want to see these concerts come back.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you froze.
Okay, hold on. So yeah, I was talking about the Disney Channel and concerts, like how everybody still wants to see them, which is nuts because it's like we've come like 20 some years after that. And I mean, they're still great, but it's like, God dang, man, you want to see them on Disney Plus.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. I want to see so much on Disney Plus where I'm like, oh, come on, guys. Like, play some more stuff.
I mean, you have to. When we come from a day where you had like Radio Disney and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and now it's mainly just whatever. So you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
basically.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Now, from the LFC standpoint, I will say this: like again, amazing bouts coming up with Sturgis. We talked about Roku and LFC as a whole, and I will say this, people: if you are not following Shelby the Panther Paris and what we got coming on with LFC, man, I'm going to say this right now: you were one of the hot commodities, Miss Shelby the Panther Paris. I will say, Shelby, hot commodity indeed, and it's only going to keep going and going and going, man. We got events in September. Mexico looks to be on the horizon, man. So we got to get you on some more of these events, man.
Yeah, that's true. I can only hope.
Well, that's the thing. When you have like such an impression that you did, and I will say this: there was a lot of play fighting, and there was a lot of boob grabbage. I'm going to put it like that: boob grabbage with you and Jolene. Very, very fun, but at the same time, very sensual. God dang, man! First and foremost, I'm going to put it like this: put it bluntly, don't be stiffsky again, man, because you got a little stiff shot on Jolene, man. I'm ready for some more stiff action for you, because literally and figuratively speaking, God dang, woman, you freaking pulled her down. I saw that. We talked about it
Yeah.
last time. She got stiff.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And unexpectedly, too, I snuck up on her and I spanked her butt, too.
Okay, you see, first and foremost, again, the taunting and everything that told the story in that bout was great. But I gotta say, man, now, I mean, they know you work stiff, so I mean, hey, you might get a receipt. You might get the old receipt ski, but you could take it like a champ.
Oh, yeah. I will take all the hits. Bring it on.
See, I like that too, because this is where you and T Bella also have that that relationship
We're
and say
feisty.
nothing wrong with that. And I love that about both of you, but it's just like, God dang, man, you're ready to kick, you're ready to strike. I am ready for you to steal something out of your teammate with Miss Bella Inc. Just coming out of the corner and just freaking coming out with the punch like it's freaking the last scene of Karate Kid. You're ready to do like a freaking crane kick, for God's sake. That's what you
Yep.
got to do, man.
I mean, one will only see.
I mean, I think what's great about it too is, and each of you ladies get to add more to your repertoires. Like you got the guillotine gown, you know what I'm saying, going against someone in Brooke guillotine Gilley. You got the chokes, you got the kicks, you got the strikes, man. I'm just ready to see more systematic dissection and joint manipulation at yourself.
Yeah, I mean, we shall see. I'm not going to
Hey,
give anything away. I have some tricks up my sleeve.
all right, well, don't give it away. I'm just saying, man. You added to the repertoire. I know you. I've seen some of the guillotines and stuff that you pull off in your punches, man. You're quick to strike, man.
Yeah, I am. I am very quick. Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to be.
That is very true. That is very true. Now, the feistiness, I will, I will say this: we do have Terry Feisty Fist London, because not only are you going to be fighting on those 2 nights, you are going to be refereeing the third night. And Feisty Fist has been reffing before. She reffed the last event in Sturgis, and she will also be competing as well in her own right. But I got to say, Shelby, the reffing side of things, man, call it right down the middle, ma'am. How you feeling about reffing?
I am so nervous, only because I haven't refed before. So I'm like, oh God, what do I do?
So what you're saying is you're going to take a page out of Terry's book and just like be sexy and just play to the crowd. Do that.
Basically, just show off my assets.
Pun intended. Pun intended. All right, I see you. Okay. Well, no, we. Okay. Here's the thing. I love Terry to death. She's very happy. She's very bubbly like you, but she knows. She's not not. She's not stupid. She knows. Like, yo, I got these assets. Pun intended. Here we go, and I do it with a smile on my face. But at the same time, I think you could call it right down the middle for a tap out, for anything goes, or a referee stoppage. Man, you got to be ready for the stoppage.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm prepared to get in the middle. I like being in the middle of things.
Okay, first and foremost, you're like the cookies, man. So in the middle, smack dab in the middle. That's what you are. You like cookies. I
Yeah.
see you. All
Oh
right.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Basically.
Nothing wrong with that, ma'am. I will say this. And I mean, you're nervous, but it's one of those things. And once you're live in front of that crowd, I think you're going to do fine. So I look forward to seeing how you ref. I really do. I know this is your first time, but I got to say, I'm going to say the first time is probably the sweetest, man. If there's a better time to learn, then why not now, you know?
Exactly, especially in Sturgis in the middle, in front of everyone. They're gonna be like, "Oh my God, did you see what she did?" Yeah, I did that. I don't know what I did, but I'll end up doing something.
Doing something. Okay. So look at it from a stance too, and here's what's cool about it. If you can have Mai Richards, who goes from being the ring girl at the last event, and like we mentioned, she's fighting Jezabel, and she's the opener. How do you think she's gonna feel, man? Because she's another hometown girl. She's open up. She is the one that gets the crowd going. It sets the tone for the event. So there's pressure all around for you ladies.
Oh yeah, I mean, uh, after meeting a lot of the girls, like I see it. It was refreshing to see that they were nervous, like I was. Like they were ready to go, they were prepared, but they still had, some nerves because you're fighting against someone else. Like it is nerve-wracking.
Very true, but I also look at it from a stance too. It's also fresh matchups because we've not seen you
Yes.
go against Brooke. We have not seen you go. Well, we've seen you against Jezabel and Lucha, but we haven't seen on the LFC auspices. But it's still cool. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like you haven't fought a lot, but again, it brings up for amazing matchups and fantasy matchups. I will say because there's another one right there, like you and Terry, you and whoever, man. Like I gotta say, the feisty of the feistiest. There's the marketing right there. The feisty of the feistiest. There you go.
Fighting Terry would be fun.
See, here's the thing about her. She is someone who, again, very vibrant, and I like to say this about her, and I mean this with the utmost sincerity respect. She's got those hippity dippity vibes, and she will say out front that she's a hippie. So it's one of those things where you have someone with her gymnastics, you have someone with her vibrancy, and you have someone who is a background dancer. So I mean, you get to show off your skills in many ways with Terry.
Oh yeah, she'll be able to snake her way through things or worm her way through things due to
Yes.
her flexibility. Like, how did
Mm-hmm.
you do that, Terry?
It's one of those things too. What's very cool about her too is, and Brooke has said this when I had Brooke on, it's one of those things where it's like she will be your best friend and you guys can go shopping for lingerie, but then once she gets in there, shit's on. It's like with Jolene, like after she's done, she'll take you out for ice cream. It's the most 180 of aspects when you come with those two.
Oh yeah, but I think that is with most of the fighters though too. Like in the ring, yeah, we're gonna be dominant, but outside the ring, like, yeah, let's go get coffee, let's go get ice cream, whatever.
That's how you have to be with it. You know what I'm saying? I look at it from a stance too. Like we had it in the days of the old school wrestling, the golden age, if you will. Like kayfabe was the biggest thing. You know, you can't be seen with like your rival in public. You know, you have to maintain your character. But since the years have gone by and everything comes out, and you learn about the different aspects of the art form, so to speak. It's just like, you know what? Here we are. Social media is here. We're going to promote our bouts. I like you at the end of the day, but then I'm ready to friggin' kick you, strike you. You know what I'm going to say? Dare I say to
Exactly.
well, the quote Scary Movie 2, you're ready to smash, bash, put a hole in your ass. You know what I'm saying? Friggin' smoke it
Basically,
after. Yep.
basically.
Like Scary Movie 2, man. That's $1 million song right there. You know what I'm saying? That's the illest rhyme I ever heard, son. Shorty with the
You're right.
marijuana. That's what it is. Yep.
Well, I remember when I was fighting Jezebel for her Lucha Girls thing. She, I remember her looking at me, be like, "Look, I'm gonna say some really mean things. Don't take it too personal." I was like, "Okay, I'll do the same." And oh yeah, we said some very bitchy things to each other, but at the end of the fight, yeah, we're friends.
That, true that. And well, first and foremost, if there's anyone that can cut it, promo. Jezebel, I just saw her promo on My Richards doing the call outs. I mean, we saw Mia Annabella call out Jenny, and now
She's a
we
pro shit talker.
holy hell. Holy hell. I friggin' messaged her after that. I'm like, that was amazing. And she's like, I don't even care what your name is. I'm just gonna, you can shake your ass. I'm gonna kick it. It was amazing. If people have not seen Jezebel call out it was one of the best minute and 20 seconds that you can watch.
Oh yeah, yeah. Jezebel has got a mouth on her, and I love that about her. I'm like, damn, like you just let it all out.
And it's funny because we were talking on the show not too long ago. She's like, yeah, well, I'm getting close to 50. And I'm like, Jezebel, stop it right now with I'm getting close to 50. You're gorgeous. You can still go.
She
And you
doesn't
can
even
fuck.
look old.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Oh, Lord. Friggin' talking to me about your oldness, man. We're close to 30. And this one's talking about friggin', oh, I'm almost 50. But you look good. You look good.
Okay, so during Sturgis, so everyone knows that is my dirty 30.
Okay. You see, you're just going to put it out there with your dirty 30. I like that. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully I can live it up.
I'm sure you will. Knowing you, Miss Shelby Paris, I'm sure you will. Have some fun on your birthday. Well, what do you have plans, man? What are you thinking?
Um, well, on my birthday, I probably am not gonna do that much because we drive the next day. So probably during the whole rally week, yeah, after the fights, I'll be having some fun.
First and foremost, that's what you have to do. You
Oh,
have
we
to.
are doing a pool party too.
Okay. You can't go wrong with the pool party. So you're just going to be jumping in the pool, the whole nine, man, the whole nine.
Yeah, and I think there's some girls that are will be like bringing drinks around and stuff. So
I'm just going to say right now, you can't beat a pool party, and there are some people. Are you going to be that drunk chick that just jumps in the pool at every pool party? Are you the representation of that chick? Are you going to be that chick?
I mean, I'm wild, but I really don't drink that much, surprisingly.
Okay. See, first and foremost, and I'm glad that you answered it that way because some people would also have the implication, wild and drinking, but you could also be wild and not have a drink.
Oh yeah, I'm wild sober. Me drinking. Oh God. I mean, like I'm calm wild, but I'm a lot more freakier.
Okay. Now, okay, as someone who has talked to you, and the word yay is always in your vocabulary, which I love because the yayness, and I love the yayness. I'm going to put it like that, not the anus, but I love the yayness, if you will, Miss Shelby Ferris, to put it like that.
But
All
you
right,
like my anus.
I got no problem with that either. I'm just saying the yayness. All right, okay, I see what we're doing. But yes, either anus or yayness. There you go, anus and yayness. Put that on a T-shirt. Market that shit. Yes.
Yep. Yep. Oh, we're gonna market that.
Yes, we will. But yeah, no, that's that's the beauty of it too. But the wildness, the freakiness, and that's not a bad thing because, like we've talked about, like we talked about your latest imagery. It's like there's some sensual side and there's some cool side, man. It's the vibes, it's the swag you got about you. And I've seen you dance on your friggin' Instagram, man. It was more like a hop, but
Yeah, those are so cheesy. I cannot dance. Just so
really
you know. I can twerk, but that's it.
okay. See, the way you just said that so nonchalantly, I can twerk, but that's about it. Still, people love the twerk. It's the twerk, man.
Yeah,
It's so
I mean, yeah, it's the booty pop. I can make my booty pop, but that's it.
okay. So first and foremost, bootyful over here with Miss. I'm gonna make my booty pop bootyful over here. Not a bad thing, but I can't say. So you can't do like the okay. So there's traditions. There's the running man. There's the cha-cha slide. There's the electric slide. You can't bring the flavor with your arms, anything like that.
I mean, I could probably do a lot of that, but anything like that's newer age, like on some of those TikTok dances, I'm like, how do you do this? I don't understand.
I mean, the simple jump and the simple like dance, the side to side, and like the
I
I'm
can
gonna
do
say
that. Yeah, I
okay.
can do that.
It's the simple stuff in the spin. You don't really need to do like what we see now, which is ridiculous.
Like I can do the Macarena and I can do the cha-cha slide.
Okay,
Um,
here's the funny part about
the,
that. So you could do the cha-cha slide, which is so funny because Mr. C, the Slide Man, when he made that song, it was supposed to be for his aerobics class and the spin class that they have. It's something for the elderly to work out to, and it swept the nation. It swept the nation.
oh my God. Yeah, it totally did. It's perfect.
And you had Los Del Rio with Macarena, which, hey, Macarena, I still holds up to this day.
Oh yeah, I love that song. Yep. Yep.
So can you also do that along with the Cotton Eye Joe? Can you also do the Cotton Eye Joe? I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go?
Okay, I know that song, but I don't think I can do the Cotton Eye Joe. I can jump, but that's it.
So you're like crisscross, make you want to jump, jump. The match
Yeah.
make you jump, jump. Okay.
Oh, that's my jam. Yeah.
So you're pretty much jamming like Justin Timberlake was jamming to that and Friends with Benefits of Mila Kunis. That's
Basically.
okay. All right. See, here's what's cheesy about that movie because like he's singing Closing Time and he's like, "That's by Third Eye Blind," and I'm like, "No, it's not, you idiot. It's by Semisonic." You remember that? Yes. Shaking your head. Yes. Okay.
Yep. I remember that.
Oh my god! And then at the end of the movie, can you believe it's not even by Third Eye Blind? It's by Semisonic. I'm like, oh, it's cheesy, but it's funny. Friends with Benefits has its moments.
That's a good movie, though.
It is, and it's very apropos to life when she walks in them while they're naked, and it's funny. It's Richard Jenkins plays the father who has dementia, but he's funny. It's Richard Jenkins, like Richard Jenkins and Step Brothers was amazing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Who's driving the boat? Who's driving the boat? Boats and hoes. Like, come on. Oh my goodness. But yes. So the freakiness, the voluptuosity, the bootyful Miss Shelby Panther Paris. I'm just giving you names here, man. You can run with it. Just run with it.
Just keep giving me the names.
Hey man, it's what you are. What you're talking about. I don't drink, but I can get freaky and wild over here. Miss, I'm gonna be a freak until the dark, man. We can whoop from. Hey, I appreciate that about you. You know what I'm saying? Freak like me. When Adina Howard wrote that song, it was about you, my love. It was about you, Miss Shelby Paris.
Oh, it probably was.
Have you ever heard that song? It's a one-hit wonder.
No, you'll have to send it to me.
All right, I'm gonna say right now, you will be booty popping, pop locking, dropping the whole nine because it's a good tune.
Oh yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure. If it's from the '90s or just the pop stuff, yeah, I'll like it.
Okay, so I'm gonna say right now, are you one of the little John girls? Do you get low, get low, get low, get low?
Oh yeah.
From the window to the wall. From the window to the wall, Miss Shelby Paris. From the window to the wall.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Okay, I like your style. I gotta say, I learn something new every time I get to interview, and it's always a pleasure and a privilege, and I appreciate you for that.
Hey, you know, I'm full of surprises.
Nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to say the surprise is well worth it, man. And when the secret's out, the secret is out. Boom. That's all I got to say.
It's true.
Now, I will say this, a couple final things before we close this out. It's always a pleasure and it's always a privilege, my friend. And I always appreciate you for your time and your friendship. So I look forward to, goodness, we'll be up to round 4 when we keep doing this. I always look forward to another round.
I'm excited.
So you got a lot of great things coming up. You have LFC August 12th, August 13th. You're reffing. You have no idea what you're doing, but you're going to put on a ref's outfit. So I appreciate that and your honesty and your bluntness. Yeah. Well, what are we going to expect from the ref side of things? Because Terry killed it with her ref outfit, looking sexy with the lingerie, the referee colors, the stripes. What are we thinking for the ref outfit, man?
I'll probably do the same thing.
See, that's
maybe I'll wear shorter shorts.
Okay, because I'm thinking about that too as we're talking about that. I'm like, you can't go wrong with like, okay, I'm going to use the ref thing, but I'm also going to show off everything and look sexy while I'm doing it. Sort of similar.
Like the Spanx?
Yes.
Maybe I'll wear Spanx.
That could work. That could work. So either way, it's going to be something memorable from you. And I will say, you were talking about your pasties. Now I have to go back and look at LFC 31 because I don't think that came across on camera. I don't think it did. I did see you stiff the hell out of Jolene, but the pasties did not come out on camera.
Yeah. I think I remember it happening on stage where I think my back was turned because I looked down. I was like, oh, snap. So I hurried and covered. But yeah, I do remember I asked her, I was like, do you like my kitties? And I don't think it registered.
Do you like my kitties?
Yeah. Oh,
all right. That could mean so many things. Meow. But okay.
It can. It definitely can. But you know what? You can roll with however you want to take it.
Okay. See, so you can roll with however you want to take it. And do you like my kitties in the same sentence? You are a wild woman, and I love you. So, before we close this out, Shelby Paris, people check out Shelby on all forms of social media, including OnlyFans, because this woman, from imagery standpoint and her overall personality, this is why I love you and this is why you're my friend. And ladies first, please promote the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans, where everybody can find you. Because Shelby Paris, you are kicking it on all cylinders. Go ahead.
So basically all of my social media, so Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, my OnlyFans, basically everything, you can find me by Real Shelby Paris. I make it so simple. So you just have to type in real Shelby Paris, and more than likely you'll find me.
The links will be in the description on all fronts. This is the first video podcast starting with the LFC podcast. I am looking forward to seeing what comes out of the LFC podcast video form, because we get to see a lot of these beautiful women, and you get to see my face stuck and froze, which I apologize for those that see just a frozen face on this screen right now. But either way, you get a treat from the video side of things. Now y'all know what I look like, and y'all know what this beautiful human being looks like. So it's always a pleasure and a privilege. And Shelby, do you have any final words to the LFC universe? They're coming to see you in Sturgis, man. It's a homecoming. It's a homecoming.
Yeah, well, we don't underestimate me. I mean, I see quite a bit of comments and stuff, but you know what? Win or lose, don't underestimate me. You'll see what shows I put on.
So first and foremost, what with the comments wise? Are they thinking you're going to get mollywopped by Brooke? Is there a lot of you're going to get?
Yeah, yeah. I see some of it. I'm like, you know, regardless who wins or loses, I put up a fight. So.
I will say this, to quote Kill Switch Engage, this fire burns always. You got that fire burning, man.
I'm a Leo. What do you expect?
All right. Okay. So are you like Sean Kingston? Are you fire burning on the dance floor?
Oh,
Would
yeah.
You say that? Yes. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, guys, you can check out laundryfc.com for the upcoming Sturgis events, the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Check it out on laundryfc.com. Check it out. $24.95, man. That's a good deal. You guys could pay.
Yeah. For 3 shows. Oh, yeah.
Yep. And check out Shelby Panther Paris on that card, taking on Brooke Guillotine Gilley and Jezabel Romo. We also have Jolene the Valkyrie Hex and Holly Lotus May coming at you. We got Bella Inc. and Agatha Cannibal Carter. We got Krista White coming back against Lauren the Animal Fogel. A lot of big matches have been made for the LFC 3-day events from August 12th to 14th. And go out of your way and say, hey, if you're there to see Shelby the Panther Paris, and just interact with the lovely ladies of LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships. And check out this podcast wherever you get your audio platforms, excuse me. I almost said all the video platforms too. You can check it out on my YouTube, Wrestling with Wrestling. So much is going on in my head. Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Anchor, LaundryFC.com is the best place to check out Beauty, Strength, and Dominance. And the last thing I will say, going back to that, Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the 3 key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And Shelby Paris, I include you in those sentiments. Thank you so much as always for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'll see you soon.
Yeah. So for Shelby Panther Paris, my name is Mike Larkin. She's going to see me soon. And with that smile and with that warmth, I cannot wait to see you soon. I can't wait to see you again. I feel like Miley Cyrus. There's my last pop culture reference. And we'll talk to you all in the next episode. Bye.